Hey guys, so a question that I see come up really often is how many photos do you shoot per session and how many photos do you show during a proofing session? So I thought that it would help kind of answer this question. I know that there's many different views about this. Some people prefer to do it a certain way and some people prefer to do it a different way. But I'll tell you a little bit about what I do and kind of why I do it that way. So depending on the session, most of my sessions last probably about 60 minutes to maybe an hour and a half. That's the shooting time, not adding on hair and makeup or anything like that. I shoot between about 300 to probably about 450 per session. Now that just really depends on the client. Some clients are a lot more comfortable in front of the camera, so you're always going to shoot less of them, or less photos or less takes of them. Certain clients that need a lot more coaching, I'm going to take multiple photos of kind of the same pose just to get the right facial expression. More difficult clients that require you to tweak the photo a little bit to hide certain things that they don't like, I'm going to shoot a little bit more as well. It also depends on outfit changes, right? A lot of clients bring 4 outfits, and that's going to require you to shoot a little bit more, and some clients will only bring 2 outfits, and that means I might end up shooting like 250 because they don't have that many outfits, because I'm able to kind of do the variety of poses with those 2 outfits and not have to shoot as much. When they bring more outfits too, you have to think of different type of poses, so that way the outfits and poses don't kind of run together and they're not the same poses for all the outfits. So that can also be challenging too. And there's certain clients that have special requests, right? Where they will maybe don't want their face shown in the photo, or they don't want their feet shown in the photo. So when you have a client like that, it's a lot easier to kind of get the photos that you need, because you're not worried about their facial expression. You're just worried about the figure and that they look nice in their photo. You're not worried about trying to coach them so that way they have a good facial expression. And then if you're only cropping them from like the knee up, then you don't have to pose their feet and things like that. So and then I don't have to switch lenses to get like a full body length shot of an outfit, so that kind of helps to eliminate you having to shoot as much. I average between about maybe 300 to 450 per shoot, okay? And it just, like I said, depends on the client and how comfortable they are in their outfits, okay? During the proofing session, I do show a ton of photos, and I'll tell you guys a little bit the reason why. So my proofing sessions, I show probably between 100 photos to maybe 150. That's the average. If I shoot a lot of the client, or they buy a big package, or they have a lot of outfits, they might actually even see 200 photos. And the thing is, though, you have to keep in mind, though, I also show them multiple images of the same pose. So one pose might be in black and white, and one might be in color, but it's like the same photo almost, just like maybe with a slight variation. So like it's a photo of them laying down, and I really like that pose of them, I'll show them the one in color and one in black and white. You just never know. The client sometimes prefers the black and white one, and I just like to show them both. So I will not show them photos that I feel like is really unflattering to them. For instance, like photos that have a little back fat, the stuff that I know that I'm not going to be able to retouch, or take a lot of time for me to retouch. So I try to show them photos that the posing is correct in camera, where it's basically hiding all the things that I want to hide. So for instance, if you're shooting somebody and they have back fat, what I usually do is I take their arm and kind of just move it to that area, so that way it's not showing anymore. So the first shot with the back fat, I'm not going to be showing that photo to them. I'm going to show them the one where their arm is placed correctly, so that way I don't have to do a lot of editing at the end. Now, a lot of people have different opinions on this. I did not show any edited photos in my proofing session, and that makes it a lot easier too when I'm culling the photos and being able to show them a lot of different poses, a lot of different variations, okay? What I mean by edited photos, meaning totally fully retouched photos, skin retouching and everything like that. I show them global edits, meaning I make sure the exposure is correct, the cropping is correct, and I think that if you're going to show them unretouched photos like I do, then you definitely want to show them a wide variety of images, so a lot of images. But if you're showing edited photos, like some photographers think that it's better to show them edited photos because they're more likely to buy the edited version of the photo because they feel like they look better in it. And because you do that, you take a lot more time, so you're probably going to show them less photos, right? So if you are showing them less photos, I do think it's important to edit them because they have such a small range of photos to choose from, so you want to show them the best version of those photos. But if you are showing them kind of unretouched photos like I do, I think showing them a lot of photos is a good thing, because out of 100 photos, they tend to at least like a handful of them, you know, and that's the goal anyway. I want to make sure that they like a handful of them, not like all of them. And if they like all of them, that's great, they're going to purchase all of them. But my goal is for them to like at least from 10 to 15, and out of 100, they definitely can like 10 to 15 of them. And most people will choose probably about 40, or like about half, so that's good. And my thinking behind this too is that turnaround time. It takes me probably about, when I get home, it takes me maybe about 15 minutes to cull through a session. When I say cull through, it's just going through and just picking the photos that I really want to do global edits on. And then it will take me probably about 30 minutes to an hour and a half, about 45 minutes to an hour to go ahead and do the global edits on one session to get it ready for proofing. So it takes me about an hour to kind of get everything ready for proofing, and then that way I can show them the photos like a few days after or a week after, and that keeps them kind of excited about their session. There are some photographers out there that take a lot longer to do the proofing, and I feel like that kind of hinders your sales a little bit too, because they're not as excited about looking at the photos, because it's already been 4 weeks. 4 weeks is a really, really long time, or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, you know, a really long time to view photos. And then once they pick all the images they like and they purchase them and they pay for their invoice and everything like that, then I will go through and do the final skin retouching and, you know, blemish removal. Now here's the thing, I advertise that I do skin retouching on all their photos. I do not advertise that I do body contouring, so meaning bringing them in, making them skinny or anything like that. So the whole thought for me showing them unedited photos is that once I deliver the final image to them, it's going to be better than what they remember it to be, which makes them really excited. So, and I don't advertise body contouring, even though I do some of it, because I don't really want them to think that, you know, I'm going to make every single photo of them like super tight skinny. You know, I want the photo to really look like them in the final product anyway. But say for instance they pick an image and I do notice, like, you know, like there might be a little bit of bulge right here on their bra or something, I will bring it in. So when I deliver the photo to them, they're gonna be like, wow, that photo was so much better than I remembered it, because of the fact that I didn't tell them that I did that, and then I also did the skin retouch and everything like that. So I really try to go above and beyond for my clients without letting them know that I'm doing certain things to kind of make their photo enhance it better. So that's my thinking behind, you know, the viewing session and how many photos to actually deliver to the client for proofing, and how many photos I actually shoot during the session. So any other questions you have, you're welcome to message me. I'm gonna leave my contact information below, and you can subscribe to this channel to keep more tips and tricks. And as always, I always take recommendations for videos, so if you have any questions, just let me know. Talk to you next time.